A, which has a coordinate of 1, 2 and k, lies on the plane x plus 2y minus 2z equals 8. We got to find the value of k. To find the value of k, all we need to do is sub in the coordinates 1, 2, k for x, y, z in the equation of the plane and solve for k. We get k is equal to -3 on 2, and this is pretty straightforward. So now we got the coordinates for point A, which happens to be 1, 2 and -3 on 2. The next question says find the coordinates of point B such that AB is normal to the plane. That means they share the same direction and is 6 units from it. So if you look at this sketch over here, I've got this plane. There is a point A on the plane, and this vector over here that goes from A to point B has the same direction as the vector that is normal to the plane. So now the very first thing we do is we write an equation that takes us to point B. Now that line that goes from point A right up to point B starts at point A. So the starting point is point A, 1, 2, -3 on 2, and it heads in the direction that is the same as the vector that's normal to the plane, so in the direction of 1, 2 and -2. Now this equation gives us the 3 coordinates x, y and z, and these are the coordinates for point B. So the x coordinate will be 1 plus t, the y coordinate will be 2 plus 2t, and the z coordinate would be -3 on 2 minus 2t. Right, they represent the coordinates of point B. Now before we get to the coordinates of point B, what else we need to do over here is to ensure that the line from A to B is 6 units. So we have to find the position vector A to B, which is basically just finding B minus A, and if I do that, now B has got these coordinates. So 1 plus t minus point A was 1, 2 plus 2t minus the coordinate, the y coordinate for A was 2, and likewise -3 on 2 minus 2t minus -3 on 2. This simplifies to t, 2t and -2t. Then we use the fact that the distance or the magnitude of this is 6, using Pythagorean theorem in 3 dimensions. t squared, 2t whole thing squared, and -2t whole thing squared gives you 90 whole thing squared. Take the root equals 6. Square both sides and solve for t, gives you t as positive and -2. Now using these two values, I can go back to here to find the coordinates of B. So if I use t is equal to 2, the coordinates of B would be 3, 6, -11 on 2. And if I use t is equal to -2, then the coordinates of point B would be -1, -2 and 5 on 2.